On Friday afternoon, Lauren Boebert released a public apology for her behavior at last week's performance of Beetlejuice The Musical in Denver, I believe it was. But she issued this apology after new video emerged showing her, how can we say, reaching across the aisle with her boyfriend. Here's the footage. There's no sound on it, but you can clearly see that Bobert and her male companion are, in fact, having a wonderful time at Beetlejuice. So, you know, that's grossly inappropriate behavior. I mean, they didn't even try to, like, sit in the back, you know, like a bunch of high school kids. No, they just, like, right there in the middle of the theater on an aisle, groping one another. So Lauren Gropper ends up coming out with this half-assed apology where she doesn't address the groping, but, you know, she does address the fact that video had come out like the day before showing that she was very clearly vaping during the performance, also right near a pregnant woman who had asked her to stop. So here's Bobert's apology. I'm sorry, Gropert's apology is what we're calling her now. The past few days have been difficult and humbling, and I'm truly sorry for the unwanted attention my Sunday evening in Denver has brought to the community. While none of my actions or words as a private citizen that night were intended to be malicious or meant to cause harm, the reality is they did, and I regret that. There's no perfect blueprint for going through a public and difficult divorce, which over the past few months has made for a challenging personal time for me and my entire family. Look at that. Before I even continue, she is trying to be like, well, you got to have sympathy for me. Like, no, we don't. Like, half of marriages end in divorce. You're not going to get sympathy for that. Like, especially because your divorce has no bearing on how you behaved in that theater. Like, you can't be like, oh, yeah, well, I was feeling him up because I'm getting a divorce. Like, that actually almost makes it worse. Like, you just came out of a several decades long relationship and you're already in a theater, again, acting like a high school kid that can't control themselves. I've tried to handle it with strength and grace as best I can, but I simply fell short of my values on Sunday. That's unacceptable, and I'm sorry. Whether it was the excitement of seeing a much-anticipated production or the natural anxiety of being in a new environment, I genuinely do not recall vaping that evening when I discussed the night's events with my campaign team while confirming my enthusiasm for the musical. Regardless of my belief, it's clear now that was not accurate. It was not my or my campaign's intention to mislead, but we do understand the nature of how this looks. We know we will have to work to earn your trust back, and it may not happen overnight, but we will do it. I'm deeply thankful to those in the 3rd District who have defended me and blah, 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 yeah, whatever. They're not defending you anymore, though, because your statement came out, and I'm assuming you had prepared it before the groping video. And now that, of course, has just been blowing up the news all weekend where the conservatives are the ones now coming out attacking Bobert for her complete lack of values and basically her general trashiness. Because that is what this is. Not just with the groping, but the vaping indoors near a pregnant woman. The way that other videos show her like as the only one in the theater dancing around being wild. Nobody else is doing that in the footage. But Adam Frisch, her Democratic challenger for next year's election, was just handed, like, not even gold. You were handed diamonds wrapped in platinum. There is no way you should lose this race. Any one of those videos should be used in every single one of your campaign ads starting today and going until election day of next year. These are very damning. They show who she is as a person, and of course, they embarrass everyone in that district. And if these are not used in campaign videos, then you do not deserve to win. Like, I'm going to say that right now. You were handed the biggest gift that anyone in politics could have been handed. Do not screw this up.
One of today's video sponsors is Miracle Made. Did you know that your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality? If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by NASA, Miracle Made uses silver-infused fabrics and makes temperature-regulating bedding so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. Using this silver-infused fabric inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, so you get better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than bed sheets used by some 5-star hotels. And it's designed for your skin. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. Now, I actually made the switch to Miracle Made bed sheets at the beginning of this year, and I couldn't be happier with this product. They keep me cool throughout the night, which means I'm getting better sleep because I'm not waking up all throughout the night from being too hot. You can try it yourself. Go to trymiracle.com/ROF to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code ROF at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/ROF and use the code ROF to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/ROF to treat yourself.